My mindset was always like, man, don't get spanked by none of that. You really gotta take all the shit that you seeing, and the kids back home really need to know what's going on, because ain't nobody else who done did what I did. Who done seen what I seen. I just like them been a star my whole life, my whole family. Like, that's why something else, these kids chasing fame and shit like that. That ain't something that you want for real. You don't want no microscope band on you, and I'm not no Kim Kardashian or nothing like that, but DC is a small town. And people think that we are a small country town, and once you known for something, you become a king or nothing for that type shit. Man. And a lot of people settle there, and they don't want to do nothing else, because everybody in my old country town know me. I step outside and everybody love me. I ain't gotta go nowhere. So it's like I'm coming back to freedom from that and let them know there's so much more to the world.
Too many dirty Dianas and not enough queens. It's too many young girls okay with being on their knees just to say, oh, Birkin bag me, please. Then you post on the gram like you a bad bitch, but behind the scenes, all you do is beg and plead for a little of his time and affection. Oh, you thought your ass was tough because you got bit by that savage girl bug, but that shit done turned into an affection. They got you questioning your worth because you sleeping with men that treat you like dirt. You don't need to sleep with a man to snatch his soul. You just need to make him feel like his mother does. And at that point, you'll get the bag, the money, the trips, and love, and respect. And that box next to your self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-worth will all be checked. Queen, I don't know who made you feel like you were only good for sex, but I apologize on their behalf. Because despite your past, I still see you as worthy, and God still sees you as queen. So the next time your coochie wants to Cupid shuffle with Mr. Cuban Link, you remind her that love don't cost a thing.
Young ladies have been in stolen cars. One crashed, 4 people not far from where we had burned to death, right?
Yeah.
Who is, in your opinion, I just asked him, who do you think is to blame? And I'll ask both of you, and you can start it off. You know, is the city beyond repair? DC, what up? Northeast, what up? East Coast, what up? We international, Ryan. DC, what up? PG, what up? East Coast, what up? We international, Ryan. Shit, and all the way in the motherland in Africa, they listening to us right now. I'm such a pandering ass nigga. Man, hell of a week. A lot of shit been going on. A whole lot of stuff been going on. You know, so you never know what topic's gonna come up. But first, before I even go there, please make sure you like, share, subscribe on the Culture Media Network YouTube channel. Make sure you follow the Culture Media Network on Instagram, Floyd World on Instagram, the High Thoughts Podcast on Instagram. Then go to Spotify, go to YouTube, go to everywhere. What's the other Joe? Apple Podcasts, everywhere. We everywhere. And make sure you follow Floyd 118 Presents High Thoughts Podcast. Each and every week our podcast is sponsored, you already know, by Tri-State Trichomes and High Thoughts Cannabis Company. But this week, my esteemed guest brought some great treats for us. To my left, before I even go through the sponsorships, right? Finish them off. To my left, man, if you hear her voice a mile away, you know it's her. Right? Just a mile away. If you hear her voice anywhere in the world, you know exactly who the fuck it is, right? That's something that most people can't pay for, right? That way that you identify, right? And you know it's strong, it's regal when you hear it. But now she's carved out a whole nother lane from the spoken word piece. It's still about empowerment. It's still about entrepreneurship. It's still about elevation and growth, real elevation we about to see. Man, to the side of me, the one and only, Bway, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's good to see you.
You as well, yes.
Now, you was on my show about 20 years ago, man.
No, for real.
Yeah, and that was when you was fresh off the Miss Africa.
Yes, yes.
Right? Tell me a little bit about that. So, people might know you as this world famous, world renowned poet. No, real shit, because you know your poetry has, especially in the DMV area, the DC area, the poetry done took off to a whole nother level. We good? What's good, gangster? Poetry done took off to a whole nother level, but man, before they saw that, a lot of people did know you from doing the pageant, Miss Africa, right? Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that. First, tell me where you from,
okay,
to even be in this Miss Africa thing, and tell me about that whole process.
Yeah, so well, originally I'm from Liberia, which is West Africa.
Yes.
And my journey into pageantry started in 2015. I was having a conversation with God and kind of really just realized what my purpose was, which was just mentoring young girls and empowering them.
Look, to your left, right?
Right.
No, speaking about a purpose and doing things different, this young man, listen, this guy, to me, he's got to be one of the top artists in the city, right? But he takes a different approach. He's consciously being conscious, right? But he make it cool. He make conscious cool, right? He not walking around with crochet hats on, but nothing wrong with that. Shout out to Common. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 3 Stacks. Now, 3 Stacks is talking about getting you knocked off in the song, and you don't even know what he's talking about. He'll be like harmonizing with a flute, and he done got 15 niggas killed in the verse, and you didn't even know. Them Atlanta niggas different. But this guy represent D.C. to the fullest. Uptown, if I ain't mistaken, right?
Yes, sir. Uptown, D.C., Northwest.
Uptown, D.C. Make sure that microphone's situated for you.
I'm good.
Listen, no question. Okay. Now, before even the music, superstar athlete through high school, right? Middle school, the whole thing, right?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people might not know. But my family is well known.
Okay.
For track and field. And
hold on, let me introduce. Hold on, let me give you flowers real quick.
Hold on, go ahead, do your thing. Superstar.
And so right around COVID, right? We was just talking about COVID. Mm-hmm. How you made some adjustments during that time, man. You start seeing him pop up on the scene down Black Lives Matter Plaza. You start seeing him pop up on the scene at some of these protests. And then with his music, he was doing what a lot of people try to exploit, but he was actually putting the purpose and the message in the music. He in the hood with the cap and gown on, right? He leave DC, go down to NC State, do his thing, come back home, the hood love him. And so now, because he the chosen one, they trust him to tell that story. Some people might call him Trackstar Kelly. We're going to call him Rock Kelly, or what you prefer? Either one, as long as they get the Kelly right, huh?
My name is Abdul Rahman Kelly. So
hello.
That's my birth name.
Hello.
That's the name that my father and my mother gave me. So Rock Kelly is an artist. Mr. DGS is an artist. They both characters, you know, to push the message, in their own way. So who you speaking to right now, and I guess you could say is Abdul.
I tell you what. Now, first I will say, now, I do my research.
Okay.
You was like giving niggas the stiff arm when they was asking your name before. They was like, brother, can I tell you that? You like, Google me, nigga. Has it been hard? Okay. Like, I see you got the thobe on right now. I was wearing the thobe just up, a week ago. And I was in Target, and this lady said, why he got that dress on? Why you got that dress on?
Man, it went from the dress to, honestly, like a lot of people, I lie to you not. I pulled up on to a video shoot with my man Drench.
Okay.
And like the youngins was like, hey man, like you don't understand, like you fucking them up right
now.
That's
real.
With the you giving the whole Reaper look. And this is like, I'm like, damn, it went from a dress to the Reaper, and it's like they think I'm the Reaper. Now I'm in my most peaceful state out this joint. So I like incorporated, my thobe into. I'm not somebody who's really into fashion. Like I really don't care, but I know obviously when you got a platform, you got influence, you got to dress the part. You know what I'm saying? You got to put that suit on town sometimes. You got to put them jeans on. I know how to put the clothes on. But it's like I want to show the people who come from an environment where, if we being real, the average kid don't have the means to acquire that stuff. So it's like you got to be yourself and be organic in your approach to your craft and everything you're doing. So if all you got in your closet is some sweatpants and some slippers and some thobes, like make that part of who you are, because it is part of who you are. So it's like you're going to see Mr. DGS walking around in the thobe, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see him walking around in the vest, because like that's the militant mindset, and that's what, you know what I'm saying, we grew up wearing the thobe, the kufi, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like at that point, why wouldn't I incorporate that into what I'm doing?
Yeah, it's part of who you are.
It's part of who I am.
Do you feel like people are exploiting this whole thing? You see everybody Muslim now and everybody playing the part. Everybody thought, like you say, kufi. Everybody put their attire on, salam alaikum, but they still eating pork. They going out of town every Ramadan, so they don't got to fast. We know.
Don't get spanked, man.
Damn, bro, you in
Hey,
Mexico
look,
this
I'm
year?
not gonna be one. Look, first and foremost, I'm gonna say Islam is a perfect religion. Islam is perfect. Man isn't. So it's like I can't be one to judge nobody.
Ever.
But it's part of my faith and my religion. You know what I'm saying? When they say, "Oh, you can't judge people," yeah, you're right. But it's your job to hold them accountable. It's your job to hold them to the standard of being an actual Muslim.
Yeah.
So it's like that's something that, along with the track and everything, being one of the few, like I come from a big family, 9 brothers, 3 sisters. So we were like the first like Muslims, like uptown.
Okay.
And with all of that going on, I'm talking about through 9/11 and the early, all those stages, like when we went through hell
By yourself.
by itself. But it's like when that wave, 2007, 2008 hit, when next thing you know, everybody got a kufi on, and everybody on their deen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hitting the J, stuff full after that, and it's like they finding their ways to actually, show that they, they up. What's up, look? But we was the ones who, the way we carried ourselves was their representation of what Islam really is. So they held us to a standard. So with all of this stuff going on now, before track, we were just looked at as leaders in our community. We were always held to that standard. Even though on the flip side of things, we was struggling more than everybody around us. But our father and our mother instilled morals and the principles of Islam into us. And it's like, we ain't got no money for y'all. We ain't got no, look, we got this now. We got this, and don't get spanked. You know what I'm saying? Tie your boots and go ahead outside and make sure that you been a product, you know what I'm saying, in your environment and not a product of your environment.
You keep saying don't get spanked. Where that came from?
Man, that's my, look, I'm going to have to take y'all all the way back to where it started, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah,
but
talk to us.
Right at the moment, it's my movement. It's my movement to encourage the youth to read between the lines and not fall for a lot of the stuff that y'all was talking about on the last episode. All of the ways where we know that the system or this matrix can trap the inner city black kid, And I feel like a lot of people through means of survival are rushing to be the stereotypical person because that's all that they know. But it's like that right there is a spanking, because once they have control of you, you know what I'm saying, you got to control your emotions or the world can control you. So as long as we're able to encourage the youth to read between the lines and not fall for the propaganda and all this stuff that's going on in the media that's fooling us and keeping us and influencing us to go down that rabbit hole of bullshit, that low vibration, then you going to get spanked.
You just said it's working, though. Is it hard for you not to go down that road? Is it hard for you to...
Temptation is always there. It's always there, and it's different for somebody who's actually from this environment. It's like it's right there. It's right around the corner. It's always somebody who waiting to race you to the bottom, because that's what's promoted in our environment. You know what I'm saying? From the stepping on somebody's shoes to bumping somebody or looking at somebody wrong, just the way that we expected to carry ourselves. It's like everything. When I went to college, I had to get used to people speaking to me, like real live people looking me in my eyes on the campus, and like, I'm like, what you looking at? You know what I'm saying? Because here you look somebody in your eyes.
No, I don't want you to go, because I want to get to that. I want to go back to that in a little bit. But I do want to get to that. But first, I want to go through these. So our guest, Bway, listen, Poetic High is the name of your...
Yes.
Poetic High with 2 H's?
No, it's just like
just
that.
Just
on Instagram, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because there's a couple people had the other...
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Right.
We're going to sue them. Listen, Poetic High, cannabis company, cannabis treats. We're gonna hey, it's High Thoughts. We're gonna eat some of these samples. I got right here, what's this?
That's the Fruity Pebble Treat.
The Fruity Pebble Treat. So everybody's gonna try something while we're here. High Thoughts. That's the gag. It's not just gonna be fucking me. The gag is we all about to get high.
Listen, I'm already on it.
No. Don't be that friend. Everybody taking shots. You like, nah, I drunk at home. Nigga. We about to be looking all fucked up while you sitting here.
How was you when you started smoking?
11.
How old were you when you started smoking?
Oh, 15. I was late in the game.
How old was you?
You said you was late in the game?
Yeah. You were adult.
Late in the game. Late in the game. 15 ain't late.
I mean,
But you know these.
compared to all my friends.
But these kids thinking they just now they starting it. No, nigga, we been smoking when we was kids. Y'all
I'm
big
on my
ass Dutchess
family,
and
don't see
cigarillos and
this.
shit. What you was saying though? My bad, bro.
But nah, I didn't hit my I didn't smoke for the first time till after I like came home.
What?
Yeah, I didn't.
Thank
I ain't
God.
look. I was off my why type shit. I was the nigga when as a kid type shit. I was around people who's always older than me. So when I'm like 11, 12, I'm around the 15, 16, 17-year-olds who smoking and shit like that.
Okay.
So I've already been indoctrinated on what the fuck is going on in the world type shit. So my mindset towards them doing that shit, I'm like, oh, y'all setting yourselves up because I already know that energy and that
Right.
type of activity invited in. So I was a little nigga who always was around just doing that. And then I knew how, one, it fucked with people because, bruh, shut up. Don't nobody care. So I took pride in being that nigga that we always talk about. Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Like I took pride in being that guy because somebody, like you say, it's a balance. Somebody need to be that guy.
Gotta be.
In every circle. You need that person. You need that hating ass Joe Button type nigga. Who, he gonna say, you gonna talk his shit, you gonna be annoyed, but in the future, you like, damn, I should have listened.
Yeah, I should have listened to bro.
I should have
You
listened.
need a
to him.
wallow. You need that.
You need that type of person. So it's like that was one thing that I saw. Like everybody got nigga, we got the muscle. I'm looking at my group type shit. I'm like, all right, what does my group lack from us being
Right.
operating at the level that we need to operate at? Oh, y'all niggas is all gonna crash out? All right, step out of the way.
But it's like
So
it's
this
like
is what we gonna do.
It's like what Bway was talking about. How even this comes out of just being free to be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
know I'm the
feel like
queen
in
of
our
Africa, the moon, the shit.
On some real though, that being yourself shit in our environment because of the pressure that comes with the imagery
It's
and the
hard to do.
propaganda, it's hard to do because I can really, if you go on all the kids from my environment right now, Instagram page, they look like mimics of fucking NBA YoungBoy,
That's a
fucking
fact.
Lil Durk, and I'm not talking about just the kids, I'm talking about from the kids. To the fucking 40
To the grown kids.
So it's like I can see how they've been indoctrinated in the bullshit.
Yes.
It's like nobody, you don't really want to dress like that, nigga. Again, half of y'all can't even afford to dress like that.
Yeah.
Y'all all putting on the same stereotypical front to feel welcome in something that don't even exist.
What you was about to say, B?
I was gonna say, honestly, I feel like social media has a lot to do with that because, at least for me, I feel like growing up in DC, one thing that I feel like with people from DC is we are very unique and proud to be ourselves.
Always have been.
Always have been. So like,
Kings of nothing.
yeah. So like, you know, I remember I was talking to somebody. We were talking about like gangs, and I think he said like, we got on the topic why like DC never had no gangs. I'm like, cause I feel like we have to connect with something to really follow it, and Bloods and Crips wasn't something that was in DC.
Right.
So
We don't
it's-
do the big homie shit.
Yeah, so it's like we felt more connected repping like our neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, because we connected to that.
Yeah.
And we didn't really care like when a lot of other states was randomly getting on that gang culture, you know, when we know it was really, you know,
Facts.
big and original in the West Coast, but when other states on East Coast, we was still ourselves like, we're not doing that.
Always.
Yeah, that's not us. So I feel like social media plays a big part now where, you know, our community, the young kids growing up, and even some of the older ones where they kind of feel forced to be these other characters that they're being influenced by. But it's like,
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
yeah, so I feel like that played a part too. And, you know, of course, my father first, but me being proud of who I am and being myself.
That's real. And, you know, speaking of what y'all both was touching on, man, each and every week we do a moment of silence, right? This week is no different. In the news everywhere, 13-year-old boy dies. Attempted carjacking, rode up on the wrong nigga, what they say, fuck around and find out, right? Mm-hmm. Rode up on an off-duty security guard, licensed to carry. Guy says the kid and another young man posed a threat, went in their pocket like they had a pistol, laid him out. Other kid took off running, right? In case y'all wonder what your man gonna do when shit get real, he gonna run. He gonna leave you right there on the ground, leaking, right? And a lot of people feel a lot of ways about it. At the end of the day, it's a 13-year-old kid who lost his life, 7th grade at Kramer. I know plenty of people who tried to be there for him, plenty of people that tried to help. Sometimes it just don't work out like that. So we're gonna talk about it, but first, moment of silence. All right, look. Rock, tell me who is to blame for this shit.
Before we get to that, this wrapped around the whole joint, right?
Come on, let's talk about it.
So the 12-year-old, we was talking about the whole gang culture and shit like that. And yes, DC, we always been in our own little, you know what I'm saying? We rep our neighborhoods
Because we always had our own culture.
And there's no structure
Right.
in our environment to actually wouldn't even allow that to even exist. You know, these, like you said, ain't no OGs.
Yeah.
Look, if
And a lot of them was dead and locked up. A lot of them
was
was dead and locked up in the 80s and 90s.
You said what?
A lot of them died or got locked up in the 80s and 90s.
I mean, what you would call an OG or a fucking father, you know?
Right.
Like,
Right,
let's
right,
stop there. You wouldn't need OGs if niggas had fathers.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of the people who you was talking about OGs, they just got that label because they sold drugs in the neighborhood and
That's
they been
right.
around long enough.
That's
like,
right.
no, that's a father.
That's
a
right.
missing fucking father. He
That's
could have
right.
been
Somebody's father.
He could have been a goddamn plumber. He could have been an electrician. He could have been anything fucking else. But he was somebody who was destroying our community, and people keep saying we need these niggas. It's like I don't agree with that. We don't need OGs. No. We need fucking fathers. We need
Yeah, but
people.
that's short-sighted. Yes, they're destroying the community for sure. But what came first, the chicken or the egg? So this thing been in place long
sure.
when he was the child and his father wasn't there.
So it's like
That's how he got to that point.
At what point do we start turning the cycle the other
I'm
way?
with you.
What point do we? Because again, you're gonna be product in your environment or product of your environment. And I feel like a lot of people who we give influence to in our community, these the motherfuckers who was invested in the destruction. Why?
Right.
Because they profit off of it.
Right.
The OGs profit off of the crime. They profit off of the drugs being sold. They profit off of all the shit that's going on. And the youngest don't know that. So that little 15, 13, that 12-year-old kid who that OG telling her, go get in that car for me, or go get that car and bring it to me.
Because I need that car to go spend
And he
somebody's
getting his
block.
ass spanked. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that we ignoring.
Yeah.
That's the whole cycle right there. Fuck the system cycle. We could break the system cycle. We start doing the opposite shit. But we got our own cycle of bullshit that go on. Everybody want to blame that little ass kid. You say we don't have gang culture in DC. I was talking to my mentor the other day, and it's crazy. It's the same mentor who I connected to through one of them programs that was.
There's definitely gang culture now.
Now, all this shit going on with social media. My mentor was telling me about another youngin', and he used to mentor younger than me. He's 12, and his brother is like 13, 14. He locked up right now. And my mentor like, why he locked up? He not even like that. He said, nah, he different now. He joined the gang. And I'm like, DC ain't got no gangs? He's like, nah, he part of Fox 5. They told him
tripping,
he had to go, do. And he was gonna be a part of the gang. And he went and do. So I'm like sitting here like, these kids don't even, that shit, we ain't got no gangs. You know what's fucked up with all of that? When they label, when they come and indict your whole fucking block full of Rico, they don't give a fuck if you a street or nigga. They gonna put the name of that street and they gonna put gang behind it.
That's a fact.
So it don't matter whether you're a blood crip or you're a little dirty nigga from Georgia Avenue, Alabama Avenue. It don't matter.
Calling that shit the Georgia
nigga,
Avenue
you're a
gang.
fucking Georgia Avenue gang, nigga. This is that.
Real, they just throw that shit on there.
They gonna throw that shit on there. They don't give a fuck.
They
They don't give a fuck if you're. It don't matter. So
You ain't
it's like,
seen one thing when them niggas call themselves that. Them niggas who
Real live.
They got a name they call themselves, and it ain't that.
literally, whatever you label yourself and go on Instagram and y'all stand around and y'all put y'all fingers up and y'all put a gun towards the shit that them niggas down the street put their fingers up. Okay, that's this gang and that's that gang.
Yeah.
Nigga, y'all are fucking gangs. The definition of a gang is a group of people type shit.
Yeah, and you know they got people that sit around, government paid people to sit around all day.
They just watch your dumb
They just
ass.
watch Instagram,
Literally.
watch YouTube, and then when you drop the song, they go connect the song. Then they got a chart of homicides that
They get
happen.
spanked.
They connect it. Oh, okay, this is boom, boom, boom. Wait, your opinion, because we just seen two different situations over the last couple months where young ladies have been in stolen cars. One crashed, 4 people not far from where we at, burned to death, right?
Yeah.
Who is, in your opinion, I just asked him, who do you think is to blame? And I'll ask both of you, and you can start it off. You know, is the city beyond repair? I just heard some of my young guys made a song, right? And in the song, they like, Trayon can't tell me shit. Bowser can't tell me shit. I'm still gonna hit your shit.
Yeah.
That's the hook. That's the hook. Trying can tell me shit. Bowser can tell me you still gonna get split. What the fuck these niggas are saying? Fuck your restorative justice circles.
Yeah.
Fuck your gift card and your pizza slices. I'm gonna knock the whole block off.
That's a race
That's-
to the
You know
bottom.
what I'm saying?
That's scary.
I mean, who in your opinion, because you seeing it from all these angles, right? The young ladies, but if you there at places like Kramer, Paul, wherever, you see everything, right?
Yeah.
Do you have somebody you place the blame on and say this is the reason why we are what we are? And is the city beyond repair?
Yeah, the blame is home. Shit, we gonna that's where it starts. So the
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
The parents.
Too many
parents,
TikToks.
The grandparents, whoever is raising that child, that's who to blame.
Nobody.
Because this shit, I feel like your whole life, your whole entire adulthood is undoing every fucked up thing that was done when you were a child.
Facts.
That's the whole. That is what the fuck.
Reverse
becoming an
engineering.
adult is reversing. So it's like, if you weren't fucked up as a child, you really would have spent your entire life just doing what God put you here to do and really being fruitful and multiplying.
Facts.
But I
gotta fix what you fucked up,
we
Mom.
were so fucked up as kids that we spend our adulthood undoing that shit and trying to figure out, oh, that's why in therapy is like, oh, who am I? They always tell you, go back to your childhood.
Right.
What'd you like to do? Because we forget all of that going through all this trauma. So it starts at home because a lot of these parents, especially when they hit a period where parents were having kids at a younger age, like younger parents, you're not healed. Like when I think about, I love my dad. My dad did an amazing job.
Yeah.
But my dad is an African man that experienced war, came to another country, no family, no nothing, started the fuck over. That is a traumatized human being.
Yeah.
Even though he don't, he African, he not
That's
talking
layers.
too much. Yeah. So it's like, as I became an adult, it was a lot of things that I had to just really just forgive him for, because I'm like, I just think of all that shit like, because at this age now, I'm like, you had 2 kids and went through all of that. I don't got no kids and I ain't go through half of that.
Yeah.
And I'm here still trying to like undo shit. So when I really think like, yo, our parents and the parents' parents are fucked up.
They
And they're
fucked up.
fucked up and they're
fucked
trying their
up.
best. Because I don't want to sit here and say like, oh, parents ain't. No, I know that they're trying their best, but
With what they got.
what they have, but at the end of the day, you still are the parent to that child. So that child is still getting affected by your unhealed shit. Your unhealed, whether it's pride, I'm not asking for that, whether a bunch of stuff. Like, one thing I'm very grateful for my dad is he never bad-mouthed my mother to me. So I didn't grow up like, yeah, of course it would hurt. Like, damn, where my mom? Or on Mother's Day, I'm making a Father's Day card, in school, shit like that. But I had no idea of her. Like, it was really no, like, it was no hate. It was no emotion there. It was no nothing there, because every time I would ask him, he'll be like, when you talk to her, you ask her yourself.
Yeah, I talk it up.
Yeah, like that. Whatever you want to know, ask her. Don't ask me. And unfortunately, there are a lot of single parent homes where, majority, I would say, is usually single mom, no dad, right? But a lot of these mothers, because women, we are emotional creatures, they're bad-mouthing the fathers.
Right.
So then, let's say you have a young girl, she already growing up with this idea, oh, men ain't shit, my daddy, like,
Don't I know?
nothing, like, and it's crazy because I feel like I'm talking
No,
so much,
no,
but
man, talk your shit.
I remember I was
Motherfucking poetic households kicked in on your ass.
yeah, it was my niece's birthday and I had did this like spa day party,
Nice.
and it was her group of friends. So we're setting up, or we're waiting for something, but one of the girls is playing with a doll baby. It's a girl and a boy doll, and literally, she, get out my house, don't do, yeah, baby.
Just reenacting.
And like I'm not looking at her because I don't want her to, but I'm sitting there in my brain. I'm like, yo, they are seeing and soaking in everything that they see and they hear, these kids. And that young girl is gonna grow up having that idea. Fuck you, buy me a bag. You ain't shit. My daddy ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. Everybody ain't shit.
Everything transactional.
Yeah, everything. Nobody shit. No nothing. So if I get to high school, elementary, junior high, whatever, middle school, and it's a dude that's he got bodies or he rapping about this. In my head, I'm not gonna think like, nah, you're worth more than that. Nah, you worth exactly what the fuck. You ain't shit. Let's do it together. Bonnie and Clyde.
Well,
so it starts at home.
Rock, do you think this is about the absence of a father figure in the house? You alluded to that earlier. Is this what this is about? She said it started in the home.
Yeah, I would say it definitely starts in the household. Yeah. But after that, I feel like we got to take accountability. As a community. Because I don't just blame the parents, I blame the culture, period. Because we know what we dealing with as a community, and we know the circumstances that we, you know what I'm saying, are in. And a lot of households right at this moment don't have a father.
Yeah.
So it's like, for whatever reason, whether he locked up, it's a lot of reasons why the father can't actually be in the household right at this moment.
Break that down. You talking about a bigger plan, right? You talking about systemic.
So I'm again, systemically, I feel like we got to find ways to get resources to bring families back together so they can operate.
When you can't get food stamps if a man live there. You
and
can't
fuck them food stamps.
Okay.
Like, I don't give a fuck about food. Like food stamps and shit like that, that all was put in place to basically keep the family divided. As long as the father not in the household, you can get the welfare.
Get WIC, you get all
and
that.
again, I understand. I don't. The whole thing about the OGs. I get what they did. They systematically took the resources, the trades, and all of that out of the schools and all of that, and they put crack in there. And then they basically said, if this nigga's in the household and he don't have a real job, then you got to get the fuck out of here. But we got you with the food stamps, so we gonna always give you the crumbs. The same way on the other end, the streets is this. That's a job. You work for the system.
You get crab legs with them food stamps. I don't
know
about the crumbs.
And again, what's in them motherfucking crab legs?
Oh, okay.
I'm with you. We live in these food deserts and all of that. The food stamps can get you everything that you need. That's gonna fucking kill you.
That's real.
And don't get me wrong, because I came up off the food stamps.
That's real.
You know, I had to grow and actually see this for what it is, but it's like these are the conversations that we need to have.
No, go ahead.
We need to promote these conversations, and we need to, because the average black person in our environment or that thinks that they part of the culture, they don't want to hear this shit. But they don't want to hear this shit. So it's like when you get outside of your household, you gotta understand. The same way when I left my house, I had access to social media and stuff like that, and my parents wasn't around. Kids gonna get access to shit. They gonna do it. We passed the time where it's like all you know is what your parents taught you. Because once you get outside, you getting raised by your community and your phone. So we gotta start taking accountability on that level as a whole. One. And then two, it's like, again, and this might come from me having a father, but when I wasn't around, I knew I had to represent for my family. I understood our legacy. I understand what it meant to be one of us type shit. So I had some sense of, I guess you could say, self-worth. A lot of these, they come from broken homes. So it's like they trying to find value and stuff like that. I knew my worth. And again, whether that it's some people out here where I see with fathers, but what are they fathers doing type shit? Yeah. So it's like, again, it starts in the household, but again, I understand the brainwashing of a motherfucker that think that, nah, that's better than this.
You know, sometimes I play devil's advocate. I know people like,
please do.
Why? Like I see it in the comments. Why is he being dismissive? Because I know it's somebody that's going to be in the comments saying some dumb shit. So sometimes I might offer a different, just so that you can say what you, because you gotta be clear.
Exactly.
People gotta know exactly what we saying right here. Let me ask you a question. You do music, right?
Yeah.
Bway do music too, right? You do the spoken word.
I do.
How important, let me back up. Not how important, but how powerful is the multimedia, the music, the social media, all of this stuff, and what's going on right now? Because what we seeing ain't just in D.C., ain't just in PG County. Ain't just, it's happening.
That should tell you how powerful it is.
Come on, talk about it. It's a spread, right? I mean, this thing like a wildfire. You talking about a pandemic? This is a pandemic. Kids get, left and right. How powerful is the music right now? How important and powerful is that, and what's going on? Whoever, come on.
It's the power.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's nothing more powerful than music. Like,
but is it which way? So how's it going? Is it the the music is influencing what's going on in the street,
For sure.
or
Always.
the street influencing what's going on in the music.
It's always been the music. Well, no.
People are taking what's in the streets,
Right.
putting it in the music, and using it to further influence other shit. Because, like, again, don't act like there's never been crime in the city. But once upon a time, it was 100 motherfuckers dying because get off my block, I'm selling these drugs.
Yeah, but Rayful wasn't coming to make a mixtape about killing your niggas.
Exactly. So again,
Tony Lewis wasn't talking about, yo, I sold 15 birds today, nigga.
So again, it's like, put it like this. Remember you told me they basically, you were talking about how they pay somebody to sit there and watch your page all day, right?
For sure.
So once upon a time, they had to pay detectives to do real work and research.
Not
Like
anymore.
now, they let the kids do the criminal shit and they encourage it and they basically profit off
Build
of them
the case.
building their own case. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay somebody half the salary to sit here and watch this nigga all day, do all the Instagram shit. He built the case for me. Now I basically get a bonus on top of that. And then when your dumb ass go to jail, the label gonna take the rest of your money.
Literally.
And the label is basically investing in this prison too. So they getting now you work for their ass.
So the labels y'all think are pushing the youngins to do this.
It's not even just
They don't have to
they
push
invested in it.
Meek Mill just was saying that they incentivizing.
Yeah. Because he knows,
But they
don't
don't.
who's rapping about
They
it.
don't have to. I don't think the labels have to push it. I think we.
At this point, they
do
don't
it
have to do it
ourselves.
anymore. At this point, they don't have to do it anymore. Once upon a time, you got to think
Yeah,
about
once upon a-
when rap started. You wasn't stepping outside on that block rapping if you wasn't having no high level conversation. And I'm not talking about no 15 Nas, Illmatic. They was talking that shit 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. They really know what the fuck is going on in the world. They know what's going on in Iraq. They know they was kings and queens, and you're not stepping around this fucking trash can with fire on it unless you're talking about something.
Is Meek wrong for not? Is Meek? You said Meek rapping about it. He got kids. Is he wrong for paying his bills?
How are you paying your bills? If basically you feeding your family is killing 10 families down the street, then in Islam, the way I look at it, you dead ass wrong. So it's like if you are feeding your family,
Blood money.
it's blood money. So it's like, again, the labels they created a market for blood money to where all of the OGs that you talking about, the Gottis, you know, why you think them niggas was broke as shit until they actually figured out, oh, nah, we just gonna sign a whole bunch of little dirty niggas to rap about killing each other,
Right.
and we gonna get our cut, and they gonna get their cut. You know what I'm saying? Not to step. I'm not knocking nobody hustle, but at the end of the day, if we gonna call it a spade, call it a spade. It's blood money, and who the best they getting at? The niggas who's always been getting the sons of them motherfuckers, and those are the people who we look up to, and our people love. So how can you sit them and tell them to liberate themselves from some shit, and they can being controlled by the same people that they idolize? I would see artists like Wale and shit like that, right? I'm not sure where he from. Africa?
Yeah.
I know he's from
definitely
the
African.
motherland. I don't even
He
want to
from
say it
Nigeria.
because you tell an African, you from Africa? No, I'm from Nigeria, and they gonna name their tribe. It's like they know they fucking roots.
That's a fact.
So it's like, well, Wale was always weird because it showed me how that negative pull that our environment, specifically DC, whether you want to call it the culture, can have on somebody, especially somebody who know your roots, where you from, and you still arguing with people about whether you from DC or not. You still giving that shit your energy or letting it make you feel some type of way. And he's a poetic, you know, you can hear the way he talk, one of the best artists out here. But it's like,
If I'm giving him leeway, Wale came up in a different time with the music where it was important that you had, you know, Meek had Philly.
yeah,
Nipsey had
so check
Cali,
this.
you know what I mean,
Being yourself,
Crenshaw.
right? You got Meek got Philly. J. Cole got North Carolina. Kendrick got L.A.
Nipsey had Crenshaw.
That's why I say he not on their status right now. But had Wale embraced who he was where he from, and went back to the motherland and embraced his
He
home.
doing it now.
He doing it now. But I'm talking about from the jump when niggas like, you not from DC. Instead of going and hanging around the little dirty niggas in DC, no, take your ass back to where you from and turn that shit up.
So is Wale being African now because like Burna Boy and them niggas blew up and shit like that?
I don't know, and I really don't care. I'm gonna keep, and make sure you put this on there because I genuinely don't give
Because
a
you
fuck.
said at first he wasn't doing
But
it.
it's like whether it's money, marketing, like why wouldn't he? But at the end of the day, you gotta tap.
Well, maybe as you get older, you
hold on.
father.
I don't know.
Maybe you start
really
to
don't-
tap like before. Maybe he didn't have a connection. I don't know him like that.
I don't think.
I don't know if
I don't know him at all.
I don't know. I'm a Wale fan.
No,
Break it down to me.
I feel like Wale deserved to be up there. Let's say that. He
I'm
deserved
a-
to be up there, but with the Kendrick, he's definitely
Okay.
lyrically as
Yeah.
Kendrick Cole and all that.
Yeah.
But because he don't have that core, like he didn't have DC behind him, like they say, like they got.
But he got a worldwide
I don't
fan
think-
base.
I
Yeah,
don't
he
think,
does now. But again, if you tap into that motherfucker from the jump, instead of sitting here and being mad about all of that shit from the jump, then I feel like he had that core following. He'd be up
Wale,
there.
come
He'd
sit
be
on the,
solidified up
show,
that joint.
man. Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead. You know you the resident Wale expert.
Go ahead.
And you African. And so have y'all been like, damn nigga, you ain't throwing up the A, nigga? You ain't have y'all been like feeling away, or has he always been?
I feel like no, because, well,
Oh shit.
No, talk.
About to spank him more than us.
She about to start thinking about
being African was not always a cool thing.
That's what I'm saying.
We know. We in the clubs now. Y'all
Burna
playing
Boy.
Afro beats, Appiano, all that. Yeah.
And everybody just
Exactly.
yeah, yo, I still don't know what
But
I'm saying.
there was a time where people was calling me African booty scratcher.
They call me that, and I'm not from Africa.
Like,
Go
you know
ahead.
what I'm saying? So
Ryan used to call me that.
So I don't know Wale personally. I don't know what was going on in his household or what his parents were saying to him, but I have an older brother, and I know that being a black man in America and an African black man in America back then, it was very tough. Like the jokes, the bullying, nothing was cool about being African to the outside. Now, us as Africans, we always was proud. Fuck y'all talking about. We eating our fufu, all of that. Like we was always proud. But when you went out into the world, as a young, I'ma speak from like my brother's perspective. As a young black male, African man, you would want to hide that because you didn't want to deal with that. You're young as fuck. You're a kid. You're a kid dealing with that shit. So I feel like that's another trauma. So for Wale, like I said, I don't know what his parents were telling him at home and whatever. Even if your parents are telling you like, be proud. Where you from? We from Liberia.
Fire your ass
Like
up.
that's what my dad was.
They fire your ass up.
That don't matter. You could be as proud when you get to school.
What
And
you
they
talking about, man? They burning my ass.
Hey, look.
they got a joke for everything. So it's like I could understand if to feel accepted, he was pushing. I'm from DC instead of I'm from Nigeria because. Ooh, fuck Nigeria, nigga. Don't nobody want to hear your ass. Bitch, go back to Africa.
It's the pressure to have that hood.
Y'all know that's how, especially coming from DC.
And when I say hood, I don't mean like hood. I mean like just having your city behind you.
But again, it's not even hit like that's we still back to square one because I don't even know. Like
they say he's from PG.
He's from PG County. I don't know. Look,
They said Mo County.
Mo County. That's
I don't give a fuck where he from.
Okay,
but again,
so the
if
issue
you
is
make
him
good music,
repping DC for what you saying, that just shows the epitome of the black man trying to be fucking accepted. Now we sit here and we go ahead.
Because what if he's listen? That man,
no,
that nigga might have been coming to love. And shit.
Because check this,
Listen.
and this even more.
Wale was in D. Listen, let's be clear. Look, I'm not capable for nobody. I seen Wale in DC plenty of times before he blew the fuck up, you know? Right outside Platinum and all these places, handing out his flyers with them fucking mixtapes,
There's
dog.
plenty of people from PG County and DC rapping at these showcase right now too.
But he's 40-something. So
my
most of
point
your life
is,
you
it's
was in
plenty of people who
DC.
come to DC to promote their shit,
I get what
and they
you're
say they
saying.
from PG. It's nothing wrong with it, type shit. I'm from PG, nigga. I'm
But
rapping
that's
with Moco.
now. We looking at now.
And again, because once PG went the fuck up with they
But
shit,
back
now
then,
everybody on rapping
it
type
wasn't.
shit.
I think Wale was trying to represent the whole gamut, the whole shit.
You know how you represent the whole thing?
Represent yourself.
Represent yourself and tell the fucking truth. I'm from here, my roots is here, and I'm putting on from here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
But that's too much.
It's not that.
Musically, that's
it's
a
not
lot.
that though, because when you sit there, and this is take me back to what you talking about, the pressure to be accepted. It's like I told you, I ain't know where the fuck I was from, but I knew I had worth type shit.
Right.
You know, Wale peoples could have told him whatever they told him, but I know, like you just said, you are African American, right?
For sure.
Nigga, we called you African booty scratcher for sure.
That's a sure
Sign your ass
fact.
up. So it's like, it wasn't because you was African, it's because you was dark. The
I was
same
dark.
way I got a light-skinned brother who my motherfucking uncle called Nightlight. You don't know what the fuck that did to his spirit when he went in the house.
Right.
The same way he got chicks for being a light skin or
why
something.
you laugh? See, y'all be all of them light skin niggas.
But we gonna talk about colorism and shit like
that.
that.
Them light skin niggas be mad at me because I be finding
all that shit is nothing but the oppression Olympics, man. Real live, bro.
Fuck y'all niggas.
The whole time. You was gonna get it whether you was.
I was gonna get it regardless.
Light skin, dark skin, nigga, I had a big ass nose as a kid. I had big ass ears.
That's just what kids do.
That's what kids do.
We didn't know that then, though.
People grow up with these villain origin stories about why they allowed to be a fucked up motherfucker because you was bullied. Nigga, we all got bullied. And you know what I did when I went to school as a young Muslim with a big nose and a kufi and motherfuckers started joning on me? Nigga, I learned how to joan back.
Oh,
I
think about to punch somebody in the face.
Yes, because being from DC,
it's like you had to be.
You gotta know how to do it.
You know what I'm saying? So that's nothing. But you still gotta understand your worth and all of that. So you gotta take it for what. And as a kid, you might not know. But once you old enough to understand, let that shit go and stop projecting that shit on the world like somebody actually hates you or something.
It's real. You know how we do each other is so crazy.
Yeah, we wild as shit.
Segue. I was watching the Kodak Black Drink Champs interview, right?
Man.
And it's been out for a little while, but you know I wanted to wait for it to die down, all the attention it was getting. But I'm not gonna lie, when I first seen it, I reposted it and said, man, this ain't it, man. Now I seen Ray J caught some backlash for saying this ain't it, but this ain't it. Clearly he high off something. His face skinny as shit. He got acne everywhere. Fucked up. I mean,
for real?
Yeah, he looked bad. He looked
he looked bad. I didn't watch
this. What's not it about it?
Huh?
What's not it about it?
Yeah, like
watch this. Okay, boom. We did a show, right? We had a guest. We had a guest. And was high out they mind the whole show. I'm talking about
not on weed.
High as fuck, right? Not on weed. And we just ain't put it out. Mm-hmm. We would have got whatever view. We might have got more views than it. It might have been our highest viewed show.
Right.
Because of the train wreck shit.
Yeah.
Right? And I could have been up here cheesing the whole time, and asking them some compromising questions in that state they was in. I didn't do it. Matter of fact, immediately after the show, we said, we're going to redo this.
Yeah.
Right? Because
so
that's
you
just what we
blame
supposed
Kodak
to
parents
do.
And shit for that?
No, I'm blaming Noriega and Drink Champs.
Blame the community, the culture that know that, we can monetize this.
This ain't the first time Noriega done did this.
But
Noriega
again,
let Kanye go up there look crazy.
That's how they make. That's how they literally bring you on their platform and fill you with spirits type shit,
Kanye
and get you to just talk about the wildest, most outlandish shit. Like that's the setup right there. It's called Drink Champs. They bring you on that joint. And they fill your back.
My show's called High Thoughts. I bring you in here, get you high. But that don't mean I want you to say.
But you still have a sense of, you have some type of, whether it was because of your father, whether it was, you have some type of integrity where you saw a young black man vulnerable, you was like, nah, I'm gonna protect him rather than exploit him. And that's what's missing in our culture as a whole.
This shit about us. I'm a rapper, dog.
So it's like, you knew better.
Please, if my lips ashy, tell me before I take the fucking picture.
Bruh.
If I got crust in my eyes, for real,
they gonna post that shit and laugh in the comments with everybody else.
Yeah, look at Floyd.
And we not. You talking about protect black women? Like we need to protect each other. Period, bruh. Our culture encourages us to pray on each other, bruh, not pray for each other. We might act like it, but it's like nah. What was being projected? You say it's not okay when Kodak in that interview. Why was it okay when he said I had a perky and I ate it like a gremlin? People
it wasn't.
Yeah, we need to stand on that shit.
Playing that song at 8 o'clock in the morning on PCC.
But again,
meanwhile, fentanyl is killing everybody in this room. Knows somebody
it can't just not be okay when you see it. It gotta not be okay every day.
Yeah.
It gotta not be okay when you see that nigga who rapping about that shit standing outside actually serve. That shit's not okay. Mm-hmm. So we can't sit there and say, oh, the music is not okay, and in the real life, this shit go together.
So what's the solution?
Niggas gotta grow some fucking balls and stand up. Like
grow balls, now what?
He said,
for real, they take
all jokes to the side. Go ahead.
Wait, come on, B. Come on.
Go ahead. I was gonna say I don't really see it.
Woo! We fucked up.
I feel like the
Bway can't say today.
I feel like the solution is being the best person you could be for your community.
Yeah.
That's where, cause it's not no and yeah. Be the best person you could be for your community. That's it. That's all you can do.
How do you balance that, right? Like, so for you, you are a spoken word artist, right? So you got videos like to come over. Real shit. You got video. Look, I hear you, Queen, and all of that, right? I hear you, Zamunda. But listen, You got videos where you got the light low and the temperature high. God damn, we played it in the studio and nobody was doing their job. Everybody was looking at, God damn, this is the one on the couch right here. I'm gonna buy some cookies just in case I can get the cookie, right?
Hey, yo.
Right? Let's be real. When men, we talking
Right.
real, right?
No.
We talking real. We talking real. We just was I was just talking to a young a lady who was telling me how niggas will pretend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sister, I love your message, sister. Meanwhile, they try to sister they wear it to some pussy. Right?
Right.
How do you keep that balance of still being a grown sensual woman, right? Who owns her sexuality, who owns her liberation, who owns everything about herself, who still can make mature music and poetry and just content, period, right? Art. Still creating mature art. And being a mentor and being out there as with the nation on your back, right? Real shit. Right. How do you balance all of that shit?
It's me. Yeah. I mean, like it's just my dad just always instilled in me to be who I am. I am all of those things. I am a Liberian woman that grew up in DC, that lived in Jersey, that was in mentoring, that do spoken word, and this is what the fuck you're getting. I'm not gonna hide any part of myself for anything, for any pageant, for any grant through my nonprofit, for any customer. Like, I am who I am. Yes, I know how to adapt and when to show which, part of me to show or which part of me to chill out, but I'm always gonna be myself. So,
and you a drill rapper. I saw that you got a lot of videos. I said, when is she so violent? Right.
I know. I don't know who that is.
What does your name mean?
Oh, Bway. So Bway means hardship, and it means a red person.
What does your last name mean? Why they give you hardship for a first name? God damn.
I named after my grandma.
Okay.
So I don't
grandma have a hard life? God damn. Yeah.
No, it's really crazy because my grandmother is actually like, I mean, she's very she's old now, but
she's still alive.
Yeah, she's still alive. So I have multiple.
Yes, ma'am.
My namesake is still alive, and she's actually like a very big businesswoman, and it's so crazy now because just learning about her life, when she was coming up in Liberia, she was actually like the woman that was kind of connected with like the government, business, women, this, like she can connect you with anybody almost. And I feel like, well, my friends always tell me like, that's who you like, you need somebody who bake a cake, hit Bway. You need somebody who do podcasts, hit Bway. You need somebody who
these motherfuckers, God damn.
You need somebody who do this, like I am my ancestors. I am my roots. But yeah, just for real, balancing, being myself. And for the girls that I mentor, they know I'm an adult. Like, if I want to put out a poem about sex, I can do that because I'm grown. And I let them know that. Like, even sometimes when I first started, they would be like, oh, we want to follow you. No. For what? You don't need to see. I'm grown, because I don't want you to see that and think like, oh, I want to do what Miss Bway doing. Nah, Miss Bway is Miss Bway, and you're you young lady.
Establishing boundaries.
Yeah, so just kind of making it known to them like, I can do this because I am of this age. I understand what I'm doing, what it comes with, et cetera, et cetera. I feel like, I don't know, just openly communicating with the youth or the girls I mentor and being open and honest and truthful.
Yeah. I see it all the time. People get on me. They say, man, because I got these programs in these schools. I'm doing this different places. I work with fraternity.
You're doing amazing.
I appreciate
you. Your flowers. You're doing an amazing job.
I appreciate you. Now, we work with the homeless. We work with returning citizens. So every year we doing. And so then people say, well, you on the show, you smoking all the weed. You cussing, you talking about bitch this, bitch that. You putting out this music where some of the songs you might curse, you might talk about a different period in your life. But for me, I say it's all connected. And I think more so than ever, I have to do this.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I could button this shirt all the way up and say, hello, kids, and I lose them automatically.
Literally.
You got to show up as you because they know bullshit a mile away.
Yeah.
And it's a billion niggas giving them gift cards and saying, I care about you, Johnny, and make sure you sign on the paper so I can get credit for this.
Listen.
Right? And so a kid know automatically you full of shit. Mm-hmm. And they know if you been here or not. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been in there. I done been in all of this shit. I got stories for days, right? So I feel like I gotta smoke my weed because you gotta know this is who I am.
Yeah.
Now I'm not telling everything it's responsibly. And by the way, all the weed we smoking and all of the edibles and all of that, we still having this conversation.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Because the world will have you think if you want to do good or if you want to be a good person, you gotta be a square, you gotta be a gump, you gotta be a sucker. And that just ain't true.
I completely. Oh, nah, you go ahead.
No good. I was just gonna say, and I feel like that connects to with the music aspect. Mm-hmm. The artists are missing that balance.
What you mean?
So okay, remember when the interview came out where 50 Cent first said, "I don't even drink."
Yeah.
Right?
Now he drunk as shit at every party. But
50 Cent for real?
No, he owns a liquor company, so he pretends to drink.
Yeah, he don't drink. He said it literally. But it's like, but why you not telling them?
Because it will fuck up the marketing aspect of it.
But that's
and that's where you got to make that decision.
That's like when Future came out and like, I don't do all these fucking drugs.
And then if we talk about the women, nigga gotta buy me this, and I'm gonna bust the coochie. You a prostitute.
Sierra got a whole husband and family talking about
all of them. Cardi B married, fought for her marriage. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that. Because y'all can say, well, she married. Nah, not only is she married, she fought for her marriage.
Right.
Because the nigga cheated on her multiple times. And she decided to stay.
Cups in the cups.
So the same woman that's rapping and telling y'all to bust the coochie and wop, and if you
is somewhere begging a nigga to come back.
And again, I ask you, do we blame the parents for this? This is when the culture and the community got to take accountability for what we doing.
That's true.
What we are putting into the energy we putting out there. Because I'm telling you, when that kid leave that household, all they got is what their parents said, and then the energy that the rest of us are putting onto him type shit. So if we telling that kid he got to get in that car, or we telling that little girl she got to pop that pussy for a bag, that's what she's feeling when she leave, and she's carrying what her parents telling her. Or told her, but that's not all. We know that's not always enough. We know that's not always enough. We can't even sit here and act like it is, because that'd be lying. That'd be bold-faced lying.
We just need a balance. Just to say, I listen to Pop That Coochie music.
I'm about to say, it's not just about the kids.
But again,
I want to be clear. It's not like a kid.
Yeah, because it's not.
Older, you know better.
It's adults.
It's adults.
Yes, it's women that you and me going to be dating.
Yeah.
Who think that pop this pussy, get a Birkin bag.
Because we was just talking about the cheesecake.
But that's the thing. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I don't even think that's the truth. I don't think these women think like that. You got to understand real life and then what's put on the internet.
No.
When you get the same nigga who talk about, I need a da-da-da-da-da, I need this, that, and the third. When you meet them in real person and you see what they really want.
It's some women that's really like
yes,
that.
some. But we talking about the majority of what the majority puts out there and what the majority actually is, what they really want type.
Okay.
That's the projection of it and what it really is.
Man, the cheesecake broad clearly have a friend that's, everybody got that friend that's
I think that was
staged. I don't even like Cheesecake Factory.
I do.
And look, everybody, because listen, I'm telling you, everybody got that one girl in the crew. Like, listen, bad women, right? Keep bad women around them. But they got them 2 or 3 friends that they knew for some time or like, I know her from work, she cool. You know what I'm saying? You know this. You know she ain't on. You know she ain't on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, sis cool. Sis cool. She gonna cook. She gonna bring a drink. Whatever. She good time. She great time. Sis cool, right? But everybody knows she the camera girl. Take our picture.
You know
what I'm saying? For real.
Not the camera girl.
It be like that, dog. Like you talking about that whole Cheesecake Factory was one of them girls who the camera girl, and she say, "Damn, Bway just left Hell's Kitchen." Damn, how come Bway went to Nobu? Nobody took me to Nobu. Damn, why Bway at the such and such and such and such?
So you think it was a
yes,
who don't nobody really want that?
Her homegirl getting the Birkin.
You really think it was one of them who made that? And not one of the joints who probably look real good and expect to get that and feeling some type
I don't
of way
think this girl ever got it in her life.
You don't think she ever got it?
No, because
a lot of them,
girls,
average man,
girls that type of treatment don't have a problem with Cheesecake Factory. You know why? Because the other nigga take them to my shows in 3 hours.
You go in the Cheesecake Factory, you go wherever that nigga take you, bro.
Appetizer. She gonna go in there and spend your cool. You got 100. Cool. We go with cheesecake.
Honestly, I feel like the whole conversation is dumb because
it is.
I feel like you don't have to tell a man where you will and won't go. Like a man is gonna look at you. He's gonna have a conversation with you, and he's gonna make a decision like, oh, she's worth this or she's worth that. So I don't what we doing? Never have I ever been texting a guy and thought like, oh, he about to have me choose between Applebee's and Chipotle. Like, we not.
But if we drive and we just both hungry and we say,
but that's not a first date.
What is it?
We was talking about that.
I don't know if it's a first date. That's just us getting something to eat real quick.
Yeah, but they were talking about first date. First date. And first of all, I love Cheesecake Factory.
They got good food.
Y'all tripping. Them fucking mac and cheese balls.
Only thing I eat from there is a fucking cheesecake. I don't know.
No, Cheesecake Factory is good. The calamari is good. The mac and cheese ball. The miso salmon.
Eat it. She knows about you. She definitely going to Cheesecake Factory.
I sure do.
She definitely going there.
I do. I'm going. Fuck. Yeah, let's go. Shit. But I just feel like, like on a first date, a guy, okay, side note, I do the live. Live with a profit. My next live for November, literally the topic is this idea that I have where I say men lead in life and women lead in love. So if you're receiving a certain type of treatment from multiple different guys, the issue is not the men.
It's you.
The issue is you. And you need to figure out what the fuck the issue is and fix it.
Yeah.
Because if all these men that don't know each other from nowhere are treating you the same, then you are emitting an energy, a light. That is what they're all seeing.
So it's about presentation. How you present yourself to the world.
It's about who you are. Because don't just be fake now. Because it's bitches that's
true. That's real. Call them what they are. All women ain't all women.
No, that's
hey, how do you feel about being called a female? Because I swear, like this a whole debate.
Listen, I grew up in the 90s. Okay.
They say don't call me a female, but they probably refer to themselves as bitches.
I grew up in the 90s. The dictionary says male and female. It's male and female. All this is a lot of too much shit that's shifting, and I ain't
it's too much other shit for us that we need to be worried about, other than whether we want to cheesecake.
They gotta be clear, man, because all women, all bitches and women are different.
Yeah, that's true.
It's different. Now, a woman can be a bitch.
Yes.
But a bitch can't be a woman.
She
gotta go through extreme makeover.
The same way a little dirty nigga can't be a real nigga or man. He could be a real nigga all he want in his own world. But what our culture needs a real nigga to be, that little dirty nigga will never be that unless he go through that evolution and that transformation.
Wait.
You gotta heal.
I want to know from your perspective the effect that we talking about culture, we talking about the society as a whole has on setting the standards for young black women in America.
Bar is low as hell for both.
You know what? I'll be very honest. I was my last mentoring session that I had in spring, where I did multiple schools. The topic was loving your body. Why it's important to love your body. Why you're grateful for all the things that your body allows you to do outside of just taking these Instagram pictures, right? Your body allows you to live, to move, to walk, to hug your parents, your friends, all those things. And I will be very honest, like, I was really surprised a lot of the girls in the class were like, because I had them go through a magazine, like, tell me what you see or what feelings, emotions. They were I think there was really only one school that had a group of girls where they were like, oh, I feel like insecure. A lot of girls were like, why they all naked? Like, that's not cute.
Real shit.
That's so, it shocked me because I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'm
It
not
got some
saying the
sense.
music and stuff isn't impacting them, but maybe it's not impacting y'all as much as I thought, or maybe you guys just come from a household where your parents or your guardians are instilling that in them.
Man, when you go on social media and you see all these niggas with money telling you what a real nigga is, and all these people with money telling you what a bad bitch is, and they don't give you no real explanation on
It's
how to get
feeding each
there,
other.
other than basically
It's
the
feeding each other.
stereotypical bullshit, which ain't really how they got there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe they got picked up and they got signed to a deal or some shit and they got a whole bunch of money, but that shit don't work for everybody. That's like every kid in the hood ain't going to the NFL, he ain't going to the NBA,
No.
he ain't doing that.
And
So
the women trying to get that, and the guy trying to impress the woman. So it's just a cycle. Just keep on repeating itself, repeating itself, repeating itself. Let me ask you a question, right? How do you implement everything that you stand for inside your cannabis company? I see you got the shirts for sale.
Got this search, they gonna zoom in?
Well, don't worry, they'll be looking.
The conscious cannabis consumer.
Conscious cannabis.
Conscious cannabis. So poetic high, I feel like everything I do in my poetry is always the center because that's who I am. I am poetry.
Yeah.
So when I came up with the name Poetic High, it was kind of easy, and I feel like okay, I'm not gonna say it because I don't know if my dad want me to put his business out there, but
You done told enough of your father business tonight. He's sick of this shit.
cannabis has been a part of my upbringing.
Hello, yeah,
right?
Pops. All right,
And
Pops.
just it was always like I have an uncle who had glaucoma, so he was prescribed cannabis, for medical purposes back then in the 90s. So I never really had this view of it as it being this negative thing, so for me, cannabis, of course, it's pros and cons. Not for everybody. Some people could smoke and be tripping out a bunch of things, but it has a lot of healing power.
Yeah.
And so when I started Poetic High, it was just kind of like, it all goes hand in hand, that empowering.
Yeah.
Empowering people to get rid of this stigma like, oh, you a pothead. I don't like pothead. That's why I said, no, I'm a conscious cannabis consumer.
I like it.
I'm conscious as a being. I'm conscious because I'm consciously aware of what cannabis is, what it can and cannot do, how it can or cannot affect me. And that's that. Like, I'm not a pothead. I'm not lazy. I'm not unintelligent. I'm not unproductive. I'm not unsuccessful because I consume cannabis. And then Poetic High because I make poetry cards, about cannabis or poems that are specifically about cannabis.
Tied in.
Yeah, just all time.
That's tight, man. That's tight. I both of y'all really, I really fuck with what y'all got going on. You got a song Letter to DC Part 3. And it made me look back. It really made me do more research to see about, how you went to North Carolina State, came back. And it made me want to, did you have any imposter syndrome when you came home? Did you feel any survivor's remorse? Anything like that? Because even in your music, you got such a unique sound. You talking about mental health. You talking about all of these things that's affecting us in the DMV, as opposed to going with what's the usual celebrated thing in the culture. That going to North Carolina State play a part, and coming back home to see DC what it was, did that play a part in how you make your music right now?
Everything, like you said, is all
connected.
It's like I was on one end of the spectrum for a long time, and then I transitioned to the other end, basically banned from the hood. Like, I was looked at as, a smart kid. Like, I stayed out the way. I minded my business, but it's like I handle my business, and I stood on business whenever it came my way.
Yeah,
so it's that. Like I ain't never really get treated like, what I'm saying, a square.
Yeah.
But because again, I got 9 brothers and 3 sisters too. So it's like, if you think you bring any of that my way, it was like we was able to, we had that. We were protected. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, from that point on, I was kind of just stay out the way. That's little Malcolm. That's little Ock. That's the militant little youngin who whenever he get this opportunity, he gonna pop his stuff. And I went to college, and just because of my demeanor and how I carried myself, I was a little dirty nigga to them.
Yeah.
So it's like they ain't in that shit. I literally was once again one of them little dirty niggas from the hood. So it's like when I'm home, they treat me like the leader. I'm the hope. You know what I'm saying? I'm the person they looking up to. You smartest person in the room.
Right.
Man. You gotta make something happen for all of us. And you going to college, it's like, oh, you'll never be nobody. You one of them type shit. You know, that's what the energy that I'm getting. That's what they treating me like. And I didn't even go to HBCU. I went to a PWI, the biggest North Carolina state. Like our rival was UNC, what Jordan went to type shit. So it's like I'm really on campus, and it's a microscope on me because I'm an athlete. You're a black athlete at that. So it's kind of like I always the same way I put my costume on when I came home. It's like I used to put my red bandana on type shit. So it's like, all right, fuck that. You crackers think I'm a little dirty nigga? I'm gonna beat y'all ass around this track with a red bandana on. Just like I like fucking with y'all. And then another issue I ran into was because I was actually from the hood. I'm around black people who not from the hood who trying to act like they from the hood. So I used to be madder at them than I was mad at the white people because instead of basically teaching me the stuff that I don't know, you trying to be a little dirty nigga that I'm running from. You trying to be everything that I'm trying to escape. And you sitting there doing that goofy shit. And that's the issue in our community. Yeah. Because let's be real, the people in the hood ain't no hope, ain't no resources. The people in middle class America who go to college and like, fuck that, I'm gonna be like this little nigga. I'm gonna trap, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna fuck up my degree, I'm gonna graduate, I'm gonna take the easy way out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna really be living my purpose and be what my people basically sent me here to be. Yeah. You know, I'm not saying they flunking out because a lot of them too smart to flunk out, but it's like you really not stepping into your purpose and being a leader because there's levels to this shit. Yeah. I don't know everything. I'm the smartest person in this room, but when I get to this one, I need to learn something else. And if I don't got people around me teaching that, then I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all was in my way. So I kind of just, my mindset was always like, man, don't get spanked by none of that. You really got to take all this shit that you seeing, and the kids back home really need to know what's going on because ain't nobody else. Who done did what I did? Who done seen what I seen? I just like them been a star my whole life, my whole family. Like, that's why something else, these kids chasing fame and shit like that. Yeah, no, that ain't something that you want for real. You don't want no microscope band on you. And I'm not no fucking Kim Kardashian or nothing like that, but DC is a small town. And people think that we are a small country town, and once you known for something, you become a king of nothing for that type shit. Man. And a lot of people settle there and they don't want to do nothing else because everybody in my old country town know me. I step outside and everybody love me. I ain't gotta go nowhere. So it's like I'm coming back to freedom from that and let them know there's so much more to the world.
So for the people that don't know you, give me your high thoughts and tell them how they can find you on social media. Man, and how they can find you.
My high thoughts, my sober thoughts is always don't get your ass spanked out here, man. If you know, you know. If you don't, better grab you a chair. You can find me on all handles at Rock Kelly. On YouTube, you can follow me at Rock Kelly TV. On Instagram, Trackstar _Kelly. And then the movement page is Don't Get Spanked _ if you know, you know. So I got a lot of content coming away, music, speeches, more podcasts, more interviews. I know y'all been waiting for me to step out there and talk a little bit more, and I'm on it. You know, we about to go on our little run.
Well, we appreciate you up here starting with us. Come on.
Give
me your high thoughts.
Give me
how they can find you. How they can order some of your products. How they can buy your book.
Yes, can I do the
poem? I ain't talk about the poem. Go ahead, please. Tell them how they can get everything.
Okay. Again, I'm Bway. You can follow me on Instagram, BWAY ____. That's 3 underscores. Or Poetic High is spelled Poetic High. Has a second H at the end, so it's HIGHH. So that's for all your cannabis treats and updates and everything. My high thought. The only thing that matters are the thing that you make matter.
That's tough. The only things that matter are the things you make matter.
Yeah, because, well, you figure it out.
That's right.
And then I could do a poem. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a poem.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, shit, we blessed.
All right, I'm trying to think because I feel like I know everybody's favorite, but I feel like I've done it so much. Or if I should do a semi-new one. I'm going to do... Damn. What should I do?
Motherfucking drugs kicking her ass.
Okay. I'm going to do this one. Because I feel like it falls on topic with what we talk about.
What?
Too many dirty Dianas and not enough queens. It's too many young girls okay with being on their knees just to say, oh, Birkin bag me, please. Then you post on the gram like you a bad bitch, but behind the scenes, all you do is beg and plead for a little of his time and affection. Oh, you thought your ass was tough because you got bit by that savage girl bug, but that shit done turned into an affection. They got you questioning your worth because you sleeping with men that treat you like dirt when you're gold. Then you got the questions, you got the nerve to post captions about how you don't fold, but it's giving lawn chair. And listen, sis, I will never be the type of woman to tell you you don't belong here, but it's not giving queen, sis. And no, this is no spoken word diss. This is God reminding you of your greatness. So the next time you think to sleep with a man for some material shit, maybe your brain can play this to remind you that your soul can get you anything that your coochie can. I mean, which one would you rather use? Actually, which one would you rather lose? Because truth be told, you lose a piece of you every time you sell a piece of you like your last name was Popeyes. Cuban link around a nigga neck made you pop-eyed, and now he's exchanging your time for sex and your sex for money. But wait, don't we dare call her a pussy-pupping prostitute because she'll be looking at us like we boo-boo the fool, but we looking at her like she's stupid because her mouth is saying she doesn't want love, yet she's using her coochie to play Cupid. But she's only getting shot up and shot down. Can I be honest with you? You don't need to sleep with a man to snatch his soul. You just need to make him feel like his mother does. And at that point, you'll get the bag, the money, the trips, and love, and respect. And that box next to your self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-worth will all be checked. Queen, I don't know who made you feel like you were only good for sex, but I apologize on their behalf. Because despite your past, I still see you as worthy, and God still sees you as queen. So the next time your coochie wants to Cupid shuffle with Mr. Cuban Link, you remind her that love don't cost a thing.
That's right.
I was high, I fucked up.
That's fine.
She just sparked something with me right quick. That's funny, 'cause I'm like that
Love
shit.
don't cost a thing, ladies. And
That
remember that when I take your ass to Chipotle.
No!
Don't
Do not settle for no Chipotle dip.
You just
Hey,
showed
look.
them.
Hey, no, what's up real though? Like, let's be honest though. The average motherfucker.
Go ahead.
That's it?
We ain't done.
Oh.
No, the average. We
Big guy,
stop.
can you close that door for me? My bad.
Oh nah.
Appreciate you, big guy.
It's like what she was just talking about. Like I genuinely feel like the average person,
My bad.
they just want somebody to talk to that inner child in them and love that inner child and protect that person and help bring that person back to life type shit.
That's real.
So it's like when we all talk about I want this bag, I want a woman who gonna cook, I want to clean it. No, the fuck, you want somebody who gonna literally make you feel how your mother made you feel if y'all had a healthy relationship.
Me and my mother was beefing.
So it's again, and there we go. So it's like
Please don't make me.
you
out
still
shit.
got to go.
I got abandonment issues because of her right now. We working on it though. Shout
Ain't
out
no
to my mother.
again. Hey, I pray you heal. But
Very much so. Therapy helps.
on the real, it's like a lot of people. The stuff, the material, all that stuff don't heal nothing that you going through.
Right.
So it's like what you really want and what you scrolling and you see somebody else with and you think you want. That's you just feel like you don't have that because you see somebody else with it.
Right.
We go through this shit all the time. Like we get a new PlayStation and we're like, I don't want to play this shit. No, I done played these on all the time. The new one come out, let's get that one. Everybody else got it, let's upgrade. But you don't need that shit for real.
That would lead me to my high thoughts, right?
Go ahead.
The Buddhists say pain comes from wanting.
Mm-hmm.
That's what pain comes from, wanting. What other people have, what you don't have, etc. Right? I don't know, man. That's my high thoughts. Fuck wanting something. Go get it if you can get it. If you can't, don't pay no attention, right? What you water will grow. That's inside and out, right? This shit ain't on you, it's in you. Don't forget that. So a nigga could put on that Cuban link or get that Birkin bag or put them here, whatever. Don't make them shit on the inside. Don't make them more on the outside. Like he talked about, he threw that throwable, and this is true to him. This is uniform, right? This is armor.
Nah, for real.
Find that for you. Don't be Drake. Don't be Khaled. Don't be nothing.
I'm tired of seeing y'all niggas stand with y'all pigeon toes and shit with the hole on the exact same spot and
Listen,
that dumb ass purse on. Like,
listen,
that's not everybody.
Hold on, Kelly.
Promise you.
Hold on, Kelly. Now his edibles kicking in. We trying to go. God damn, Bway. Hey, yo. Pieces done took the nigga. Hey, listen. Real shit.
Go ahead.
Don't be Drake and Khaled. Be a leader. Use your platform for something. All the money in the world. Got no spine, no heart. Don't be that guy. Don't be that woman. Do something with yourself. Do something with your life. Every day of your life. Don't get spanked. Till next episode, high thoughts. Salute.
Hold up.
We was wondering what that was.
What?
What this was? You know. This the OG joint. I'm gonna laminate this joint.
Oh, we're still recording?
And it's gonna be worth $1 million one day.
Oh.
You good. The show is over. The show is over. Well.
Take it over. Yeah. Shit.
Fuck it up, bud.
Take it over.
Go. Yeah.
That 2007 shit got me in my bag. Never been a nigga this good for this long. Only seen a nigga this good on this song. Shit, don't get me wrong, I see they on some different other shit. Money say I'm Democrat, my hustle say Republican. Know some ghetto bitches, pussy hitches like you want it slim. Got some